gets this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Wisconsin's offense will go to work first. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And that's the first sack of the day, but I'll tell you what, this team's been doing it so far throughout the season. They're in the top 10 in sacks for a reason. They pin their ears back, and they get after quarterbacks.
Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Complete. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. The Badgers send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So the Maryland Terrapins offense will get the ball for the first time. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Back to the ground game on the left. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive plays.
They give it to him again. He's in open space downfield. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy.
Turning it on. Got enough space. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Terrapins.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They've scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Leaves it with the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Rook. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the offense obviously already in bad field position. The defense can smell blood in the water. Just look at the defenders pin their ears back and get after this quarterback. Wow.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it's a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. On the option. Now the pitch. At midfield, he's got room. Brings him to the open. He's at the touchdown, Maryland. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
this offense running this option play because if this running back gets the ball on the perimeter in space, he is so deadly and he's lethal. And he showed you right there. This guy's got a lot of tools.
From the gun. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this position. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass, it's Rooks. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Under fire. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Give to the running back. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. Just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, and go on to the next play.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Terrapins!
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Got enough for the first down and wants more. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to fire. The throw. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
From the gun. Give on the inside. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A first down run in the red zone. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out to get it.
Gets it to him on the screen.
defense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the run from inside his own 5. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Complete to start this drive. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll run play action. Finds a tight end.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
He'll go to the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach, watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. And that's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running it. So if you can't do it with your running backs, you got to think about QB runs, jet sweeps. You got to find ways to have balance and be able to get it done on the ground.
The Badgers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks. Add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Motion from the back. The option look. He'll toss it. Mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to pass, it's Washington. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. On the run, fires downfield. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Oh, he's got some space. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field, and you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold on. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And now on second down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And you get more and more hits in the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. Because no game is perfect. Something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Stuck on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at third and long.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. On first down, here comes this offense. Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Washington. And the timing just a hair off. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. End off from the shotgun. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with third and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing...
Going downfield for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs...
Turning it on! He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. The Terrapins are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Oh, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Here we go. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to him again. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Got it set up on the outside. Touchdown, Terrapins! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what did you come to?
Breaks into the open. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here. Now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Camp Randall.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Badgers will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Hold and finds his man on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Got his man on the right. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Let's go.
Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
Had to throw it before he wanted. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down.
White 53.
Dropping back, it's Washington. Here comes the heat. Oh, they really could have used that patch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit.
a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Rushes on him. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. He's got the tight end. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And you've already set your punt around 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Snagged in the middle. It's Jones. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Daniels. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. And the Badgers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against a run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. He's looking to throw. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Gets the back moving. They'll run the option. Got the first down and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Back to throw. It's Washington. Makes the grab on the left. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Terrapins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. And the Terrapins are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. There he goes. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Terrapins are on the move. Looking downfield on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Got a first down. An explosive play to wrap up the third quarter. Oh, they finally got him out of bounds, but not before. He carried some momentum for his team into the fourth quarter. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So first down will open up the final period. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Get it out on the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. We make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive just trying to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Terrapins! That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. It's picked off, and another empty drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Here comes the option. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Terrapins with the 1st and 10. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He might want another play. Looking to throw, it's Marco. Fires to the middle. Snags it! And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams. They have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man.
All right, not ideal. Right, not ideal. You're an offense. You want to get a good kickoff return, but you're starting inside your own 10. Now come out, set the tone, get some high percentage completion. You might not go with that script you had because you thought you might have a little better field position, but you just get some few first downs, get that first down right now.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll leave it with him. Keeping it on the ground, trying to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside there, looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He takes it at the 45. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game.
Intercepted. Big play. Stop the drive. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29. Looking for a gap. It's Stevens. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. Creates a little space. He breaks the tackle. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. The Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Got his man downfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they gets him down at the 37. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. The give. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The give out of the gun. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Nowhere to go a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. Punt is on its way. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Final pass falls to the turf end. That'll be the ball game. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Illini, Memorial Stadium in Champaign, Illinois. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Illinois Fighting Illini. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Illinois about to kick it away to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Maryland's offense will take the field first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are
Always got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. First down for this offense. They're going to ride this running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for a blitz?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the ball opens up and you go fill it.
He is lucky to get that one back. And the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man quickly. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. So Illinois' offense headed onto the field. Now we'll first look at them today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turn on the tape this week, you saw him in so many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Makes the grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Illinois moving it quickly down the field. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Back to the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Illinois. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Just enough there to get it to the 25 and pick up a 2.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fellow, you put him in the slot, and try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Off play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Through the air, it's Washington. The quick out. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these third downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense. A beautiful pass.
Wide open downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Maryland!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They marched 78 yards down the field, and it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Flips it out on the screen. Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. It's a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Algier. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. Illinois can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. Fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out, and a chance to go on top with this drive. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Red pass, it's complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you try to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Terrapins decide to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Makes the catch. It's McClure. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Fighting Illini facing a 3rd and long to keep this drive alive. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
They boot it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Power football with the run. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The Terrapins will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Terrapins!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half.
said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
To the air, it's Hawkins. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there. And still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The Fighting Illini needing to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Caught in the backfield. It's Algier. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. They're down to the 20. 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Quick strike complete. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw time running short in the half. Oh, they're after him. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. South Alabama is in front. They've answered the bell today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 6 over Louisiana. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Phyllis?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Looking for more room. Finally brought down the run play, not only to get the football, but to quit the field position with the return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Hauls it in. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. They'll immediately call timeout.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than they did here, but it was still a positive game.
Here's a heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll try to get it through the air. Just threw that one way too far.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball with different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, you're still happy to get the field goal.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On the option.
singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football. Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. So now it's second and long. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Illinois needs a big play here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Algier. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on fourth down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. The give is to Smith. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Caught in the backfield, it's Smith.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what we saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And the Terrapins are rolling down the field. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. To the air. It's Washington. Here's the pressure. And this one falls incomplete, but I think the defense was in the neutral zone. It was a free play.
Offside, defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
The Terrapins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Trying play action. Buys a little extra time. Unleashes one. Got his man. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the...
Got some room in under the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. And the Terrapins trying to pay off the threat on foot. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Maryland!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And with the extra point, it's 21-13. He marched 78 yards down the field. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this all...
There he goes! And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. The Fighting Illini using that big run to get momentum going. From the gun, running back on the move. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front. Working well behind the sticks on second down. To throw, it's Hawkins. He's got him in the flat. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Goes to the option. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Gets it out fast. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese is close to that quarterback. It's an easier throw. You can run in, you can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility in the guy that slot position.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. We've reached the break. It's Maryland with the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. The Terrapins will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It's a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game.
Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Scanning the field, it's Hawkins. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them.
Oh, he's got some space. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Illinois putting together a really nice drive. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Clark. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Illinois now staring at a 3rd and short. Direct snap. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And here comes the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll try to feel the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Was looking for more running room and found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. On the option. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Back to throw. It's Washington. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. After the incompletion, they go back up top. They're working that left side. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove. He's doing a nice job increasing. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the 1st on the ground like that. We're in a 1-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning in here to save some clock.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Using his feet to buy time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. The give as they work on that clock.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll try the run. And some room to work. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Terrapins line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And this is a situation this offense trains for. Having the lead late in the game, running the ball to ice it. They're just bleeding seconds off the clock. It's been a beautiful drive so far. And
got enough space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. the Terrapins had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Terrapins! That score pushes this out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
The Illinois offense returns to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Fires to the big fella. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wade. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Back to pass on 2nd down. Outside the pocket. Finds a man in the middle. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Wade.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
Bringing the heat. Still working. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Got a man in the middle. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Right down the middle. Complete downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
It's picked up, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves,